This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your live market chat, Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. Again, these chats are open for everybody, invited to come and hang out, throw out your insights, your thoughts, comments, concerns, and also for me to kind of talk about what I'm seeing, what we're expecting, what to be anticipating with OPEX, CHOPEX, especially this week. So if you're new to the channel, link to the Discord room is in the description below. I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations if you do want to donate because you feel like the the content is providing an amazing amount of value for free. There's links into that as well. I appreciate that stuff. Again, invest in the channel. I'll invest back in you because it shows that you care. Again, save money on your tuition to learn. Get involved. Join the Discord room. Watch the YouTube channel videos. Here you go. There's plenty of this stuff. Again, on the website. You want to join Interactive Brokers? Here, use the link. Worried about Schwab? Want to get your yield? You want to get your 5.4%? Or the Marcus account? Again, all the links. Let me know how I can help you. There's also a Calendly link if you want to speak to me. 30 minutes anywhere at my website and this chat. Holler at your boy. All right, so what's happening? Now, again, I'm going to talk. And again, I hope the person who sees this doesn't think I'm making fun of them. By no means am I. We've all been around there. Anyone take the shorts this morning? We talked about the levels, and I'll show you as we get into it. Is it worth taking shorts? Yes. I know others won't like it, but I'm too scared to deploy capital in this market. Truly keep losing hope of a big market downturn every time the market behaves like this. I know what big money wants, so perhaps they're winning and I'm losing. Yeah. Hey, Scott, yes. Are you shorting FedEx and CAD? Yeah, absolutely today. I added to both. Good question. I'll get into that, Scott. You're around. Yes, absolutely. I have added to both of them, and JP Morgan and Apple, and traded around Apple. Yep. We can get into that, all that. And this is the thing I want to talk about. Like, are you not sticking with the plan or using your levels? That's what I try to explain to people. Like, trade around your position, right? You're not going to be right all the time. The market does not move in one direction all day, every day in the same direction. It just doesn't work like that. And so trading around your positions releases the pressure. And if things go against you, you've locked in some profits. And you're playing the probabilities now. And so the thing I want to talk about is, again, it's OPEX. I mean, could the market dump? It's always possible, but know in your mind, it's OPEX, CHOPEX. It might be choppy. Like we talked about this morning. The fruit. We know the fruit sucks. We know it's about to spoil. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know why anyone in their right mind doesn't think Apple's going to have problems. Like they even announced today, like slow sales in 6 years. Well, it drops down to the 20-day. It hits support at 170. Was it 5? Basically, yeah, it took profits. Then it bounced back because we know it's CHOPEX. We know it's OPEX, going to be sloppy. Boom, you got an opportunity to add back if you wanted. Or if you took most of your profits and you have some, let it run. Or if you want to wait a day or two to add. Again, there's always another trade. FedEx. For you, Scotty. What do we say? Watch the 100-day. Close enough. Again, on any pop, just watch the levels. Now, again, could it go back to the 100-day? So do you want to go all in on this short? Probably not today. But clear. This area matters. Caterpillar. Said, watch the pops. Maybe the 50-day. Doink! Okay. Easy as pie. JP Morgan, what do we say? This candle says the fucking game is over. Gap up, sold, close at the lows. They couldn't run fast enough to the door. I said, wait for a pop. You had another pop today. Okay, clearly this level around 149, 150, that's your zone. That's your spot. See it? See it? Clear as day. I will be adding to shorts. And again, defining my risk. It's so obvious here. And if we're wrong, it happens. Don't go, no, we can be wrong. But this makes sense. Like, don't overthink it. This candle says game over. Watch this area. And then we said, well, watch the XLF. Watch like the upper 33s. Ding, 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 ding. Hits the 100-day, 200-day cross to a T. Backing off. This makes sense. Some people taking Micron. Makes sense to me. Any bounce. Now, again, if you don't get the highs, that's fine. But look at some of these intraday bounces. Now, beware, you have Tesla, Netflix coming on Wednesday. Do you want to short those? Probably not. Look for names like JP Morgan that have already announced. Goldman Sachs announced today. What are they doing? Nothing. I mean, it's clear as day. This thing is stuck. Now, could it bounce? This is the thing. It's like, oh, it can't do. No, it can do whatever the hell it wants to do. It just can. FOMO chase expecting OPEX getting smoked. Again, I'd love for OPEX to be a complete meltdown, but what do we also know? That sometimes later into the week, maybe there's been a ton of puts. They want to hold it up. Just hold it up to get everyone to dump their puts to the market makers, and then they can go, game over. Now they can dump it. I've seen that so many times. So many times. Good time to buy dust. Let's look at the GDX. Again, I just don't have a good. I just don't know if it's really worth. Oh, actually, filling the gap, the 100-day. Yes, I mean, again, define your risk. Absolutely. We know the miners will get flushed. I mean, I've got people trolling me going, "Oh yeah, you dummy. You told us be careful with silver. Well, look at it now." And I'm like, well, I said very clearly gold and silver down here. I was like, it's probably due to bounce. But now you're back testing some trend lines here. And the 50-day. Silver ain't going to be safe. But here's the biggest question mark you have to... and this is why I'm always like, maybe it's just easier to short tech and short certain names. Geopolitically, I want things, anything geopolitically pushes my stocks down. Either way, potentially. Recession or war. I don't know for sure if silver... I mean, I'm kind of about 90... again, I'm like 90% sure. But even then, it's like, well, why don't I just do what's easier? If you want to short metals, you're playing with fire, right? I mean, it's clear as day. You've got resistance here. But just be prepared. Headlines could do what? Mess with your trades. Well, headlines hopefully will support my trades. Because whatever happens, if no war, then Fed has to continue to what? Reduce their balance sheet as fast as possible. Slow the economy, raise interest rates. There will be a time when it's obvious to buy metal, like to short, or I mean, to buy them, but shorting them, I mean, that's, again, I don't like to do the hard things in trading. Call me the laziest motherfucker when it comes to trading. I'd rather do what's simple and what's easy. There's thousands of tickers out there. Why do I need to buy dust? Maybe it's a good trade. I'm not saying it can't be. Like, oh, you should have bought gold. Yeah, we said it's due to bounce. But is it the best trade? I don't know. Not in my opinion. Like we don't know. If you're playing, because again, if anything slows down with the war, gold could drop. It speeds up. Maybe it gets sold. I have no clue. I've seen this stuff. Because again, recession is the bigger problem. It's a bigger problem. Y'all know that. Again, Chase hits the 149 plus. Doink. Someone was selling. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns? Again, I'd like to just kind of open this up to you and you guys. Just be prepared for choppiness. Be prepared. Just be prepared. I'd love to say it's going to dump today, but if I'm the market makers, I'm doing all in my power to hold up the market from a monster crash. What do we say? Look at the IWM. Like, what happens? People are like, oh, it's just chopping. Look what it does. Another range test. Another range test. I mean, again, watch the 176. The SPY. Again, and I'm not making fun of Momo, but it's like, dude, this is what a downtrend looks like. And then the last leg is going to be like a zzz-ka-pow. Look what we did. Maybe we touch that again. I don't know. But I'm not sitting here going, well, I'm staying all in short. We knew there was a bounce coming. Some stops got knocked, trailing stops. Okay, start looking for shorts again. Probably 20 days, somewhere up in here. Look at this blue box. Look what it's doing. VAP zone, blue box, it's acting like resistance. And if it doesn't and it goes higher, well, guess what? This was the best near term with all the knowledge you knew area to zone to short. That simple. That is all you can. You can't go, well, hindsight's 20/20. Can't say if something happens and it goes higher, then, oh, no, look at it. 5-6 days here. It's telling you something. And again, any thoughts, questions, concerns, feel free. AMD, yeah, look at that 100-day. Now you got the news about not sending chips to China. I told you NVIDIA's fudged. We said watch what happens when it gets into this box, maybe back test the trend line. We said it was going to happen, even here. Said it was very possible. Now it's dojing at the 100-day. Man, this thing is like holding on. This is like, maybe it needs a day or two, but this is Bon Jovi, living on a prayer. This thing is living on a prayer. Hope you know that. Just because it doesn't break today, oh, it's not going lower. Okay, you are too zoned in to the near term and don't realize that sometimes the best thing to do is to trap more buyers. Let them come in down here and then gap it lower and then they're fudged. That makes sense? That's what the market makers do sometimes. SMH, again, hits the channel. Right? Makes sense? I was curious. CCJ, this has been all over the place. Yeah. Chopping around. Again, remember, OPEX, CHOPEX. First Solar, finally, a bounce. But, I mean, they've talked about support down here. Do you see why we drive these zones? Don't bring a ruler to trading. Please, for the love of God, do not bring a ruler. Draw boxes, draw channels, draw, like, areas. Don't go, well, if it hits 147, hits the exact price, then it's bullish or bearish. Dumb. That is the dumbest shit you can do. To bring a ruler to trading and say it has to hit this exactly. Like, you love it to hit the 50-day and fail perfectly. But what if it went a little higher? Does that mean it's not, you can't short it? No. What's a bull and a bear trap? Again, watch the videos. Traps are meant to do what? Knock stops. Go a little higher, lower than what people expect to confuse the shit out of everybody. And then they pull the rug. Or then they pump the shit not out of it. Does this make sense? Any thoughts, questions, concerns? Hope this helps. Here for you, my friend. Friends. What time is it? Chase. Oh, I'm getting an email from Chase. Oh, your bank statement is ready. Cool. Well, hopefully you guys don't know that I am short. Oops. Got a little stocky stock, and I've got November 17, 150 putas. The putas. Why 150s? Why not? Why the hell not? At the money? Easily can be very quickly in the money if this just goes down into the gap. Well, what if it breaks this? Adios. We'll give it some time. Yeah, give it some time. So what if it goes into like slow tanker mode? Like doot, 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 and I can trade around it? Fuck yeah. Excuse my language again. Sorry, not sorry. And if it goes fast, great. If it goes slow, I got a month. Does this make sense? Any questions, thoughts, concerns? Here for you guys. Answer questions. Scott, if you and I just want to have a conversation, I'm good with that too, man. Love you, man. Hopefully you're doing well. I know I'm not always I'm hard on people that I care about, but it's like, man, someone has to tell you people, meaning you, me, the hard truths. Hard truths. Look at Moderna. So glad we got out of this. We thought they would try to force COVID on us. Seemed like that narrative was coming. Somehow, it just didn't happen. Oh gosh, don't do that. Oh, okay, I see what I did there. Hiding my own stuff. Is it this one? Oh, that's a mistake. All right, give me a second. I have to close my Q charts, but we can talk about anything at this point. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns? Again, oil, choppy, chop. Bitcoin, trying. We talked about the area matters. Watch 28,000. That's kind of crazy. But here's again, someone's asking about shorting oil. Now, I know we believe it's going to go lower, but here's the hardest part, right? Geopolitical stuff. Like, I don't want to play with shorting oil at this point. Now, you want to short oil service? Again, actually, OQP alarm went off at 152. I don't know where it's at this exact second as I reload the charts. But ask yourself one question. Just try to do what's the easiest thing to do here. right? What is the easiest thing to do? And let me talk about that actually. So why is the easiest thing to do the best thing you should do? Well, first of all, it helps you sleep better. It helps you not be as anxious. It takes all the mental variables that mess with your brain off the table potentially. Does this make sense? Because if you're sitting here playing the game, right? What is that? What is that going to do? Make you question your story, your positions? You're going to sit here with anxiety? It's like, nope, here we go. Here come the charts. Yay. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Does this make sense? Why doing the easy trade just, it's not necessarily always about like anything other than mental comfort. Where was I again? What did I want to chart? I messed something up, whatever. Oh, XOP. Hiromoto. I watch it up here. I mean, I guess maybe we're in the trap right now. But again, service versus oil. Different. Again, any thoughts, questions, concerns? I'm here for you guys. Seems very quiet. Very, very quiet. Which, hey, it's all good. Hopefully you guys this is the thing. Comfort, unsure, big difference. Now you know ChopX. You expect it. The Monday and Tuesday of ChopX are all about what? Chopping, but also extremes and opportunities. But guess what? Those opportunities don't always pay on that day. And that's the thing I think that kills people is they'll be like, I shorted today and it didn't go lower. What the shit, man? Well, maybe you don't get those opportunities. I'm very long on oil stocks. Yeah, and that's your choice, but that's a difficult position for me to be in. Because again, oil service, it's not safe if the market gets liquidated. Everything goes. All commodities get service, especially the service, and get destroyed, just like the miners. Like maybe gold and silver don't get smoked, maybe oil doesn't. But the names that rely on credit, the companies that are owned by ETFs, financial advisory groups, by hedge funds, by institutions, they have to sell stock for redemptions. When they need to go to cash, ExxonMobil doesn't get saved. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I'll say that because how do you know that? Because I've seen it before. It doesn't matter. Like it all happens. I mean, what's your plan, Scotty, bro? What, like, you just gonna hold this and hope? You got to be careful. There's not. Again, someone will be like, "Oh, you told me to sell here." And I'll be like, "Nah, I wouldn't be holding it here. I wouldn't hope for unlimited higher prices. If your whole basis is geopolitical tension, great. But if there's a monster recession, which is coming, we can all assume that. Higher interest rates, again, lagging effect, unemployment's going to start coming up, demand destruction. Yeah. Again. Oh, hello, Moto. You'll need to continue on your personal device. Let's see who is at the door. Hold on one second. Ding dong. Right? Oh, it's Amazonians. But does this make sense though? Like you got to be careful. Like again, it's the same thing about holding gold and silver. Like wait for the feds to pivot. Wait for the liquidity to come in endlessly. That's when the trade's easier. The easiest trade now is shorting tech in the market, but people are just like, I can't do it. It's like, okay. Oh, it doesn't go down every day. It's a hard short. No, of course you trade around it. But how much higher can oil and gas go? I can't tell you that answer. But I can tell you if I had those stocks, I would be liquidating for easier opportunities. I'd be like, that was a gift. Channel low, back up into resistance. That's a gift. Because ain't nothing safe. when they throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because people own ExxonMobil, institutions in it. Like they got to raise cash. Margin requirements, whatever you want to call it, redemptions. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. Now, if you want to disappear and think you're going to be okay, I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Here was COVID. Obviously, they just absolutely destroyed this stuff. And you guys know, one of my best trades ever was 2008, 2009. It was oil. They kept saying, they're running out of oil. The Saudis are running out. We're going to run it. No, they're never going to run out of oil. It's the second most prevalent liquid in and on the planet. It's everywhere. It just gets harder to get. Oh, but oil to the... Does this make sense? Ain't nothing safe. Ain't nothing safe with a little recession grind. So here you go. You're back up. You're back up into zones. Let's get to the present. Do you want to hold? That's your question. Again, and if it goes higher, you're going to beat yourself up. That's your choice. But I can say I sleep well at night knowing that if I own this shit, I'm going, man, ceasefire, Biden could say something temporarily. Again, recession, all these things could pull it down. And then you go, well, the whole basis is just war. Okay. But even during war, do you think oil's going to, do you think they're not going to try to pump as much oil as possible? Okay. Well, does that push the price down? Yeah. I mean, will all oil and service gas names get unlimited liquidity and funding? I don't know. Again, you're introducing so many variables that are going to do what? Struggle. You can short tech. You can short Tesla. You can short NVIDIA. You can short whatever. That, to me, is the easy fucking trade. Because everything goes wrong. Recession, war, inflation, all this stuff is bad for tech. It's all so bad for tech. So, again, choose wisely. Your capital is limited to what you can do with it, right? So I beg you, plead with you, ask you, try to do what is easy. Sometimes you won't be right either. That's just the nature of it. But if you have to overthink these positions and they make you jumpy, right? Like FedEx, to me is so obvious. Double top, M rolling top. Yeah, exactly why I don't trade bio names. Agree, Eric. I hate biotech. You're basically betting on FDA approvals and hoping for this and that. And it's like, look at FedEx. The channel is broken. The channel is broken. You have an M top. Well, it doesn't have to go down every day, doesn't it, Dan? Does it? Can you trade around your position? No, I can't. No. We talk about taking profits on Friday. I was like, this is pretty quick, pretty fast, going into OPEX. No, it has to go in one direction every day. No. Oil up, FedEx sucks. Economy slows down, FedEx sucks. This thing can go nuclear. It can go straight, just do. But it goes up a couple days. But the RSI, I don't know, I'm just making jokes. But this is my point. Caterpillar, whatever, pick your favorite stock. Tell me a stock to look at. I'll look at it. That to me is easier than trying to hold long oil, short oil. What's gold? What's dust? Again, we can acknowledge that they might be good setups, but I'm not going to know for sure. Because if bomb drops over Baghdad, what am I going to do? Same thing with natty gas, Scott. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks like a waste of time. That's what that looks like. I mean, we tried to buy it down here. It didn't hold. It's gone. I've left this thing in the dust. And now this is the thing. Put natural gas in the same boat. Do you want to play that game? If you do, I hope your hair doesn't turn gray. I hope you don't lose sleep at night. I hope you we're not filled with anxiety like most people who trade things that aren't easy. Again, in life, you have choices. Trading is hard or as easy as you want to make it. If you want to do things that are hard and hope and bet on one-off, not even one-off, you want to bet on predicting the news, go right the fuck ahead. I don't want to do that. We know Apple's sales are slowing. We know they're not going to sell shit. We know this is a downtrend. I'll short Apple and sleep well at night. You could also short value names, but why? Why do I need to go like digging for more names to short? This is a fucking amazing setup. Amazing setup. Double top. Chopping around. When it goes, it'll go. FedEx. I don't need to go jump into retailers. I don't. They're all going to follow the market. Just pick liquid names. If that's your choice, that's your choice. But I don't know. I don't. Again, Costco, expensive stock. Options aren't liquid. Home Depot, Lowe's, again, not as liquid options as, say, Apple, Caterpillar. But, I mean, I know these names all look bad. It just confirms that Apple's going to follow at some point. I mean, I think that's kind of what you just need to think about. Like, if retail names look like shit, the market's going to follow at some point. But no, I wouldn't short down here either, though. Like, that's just stupid to me. No, fuck no. I don't want to short down here. Because what happens is it could get chopped out. This is the problem with shorting things at lows. It's kind of like Walgreens. It's just, you don't know. You just don't know, because what happens, and this is, if you've traded the market, you know shorts will move out of names like this to go short other stuff that has more reward. And so these things can get stuck. Well, guess what? They're coming into earnings. Who knows what they're going to say? Who knows what they're going to say? Yeah, Costco, I mean, that makes more sense. But why not? Yeah, I mean, that's your choice, I guess. I don't know. I just like easy. Apple seems like a no-brainer. Caterpillar seems like a no-brainer. FedEx seems like a no-brainer. JP Morgan Chase. Again, I don't want to short things that have not been through earnings. And if they do have earnings coming up, then I have to be very careful they could hold up, right? We know that. FedEx already had earnings. JP Morgan had earnings. Caterpillar, we don't know. Batman top. Oh, God. Batman. No, Caterpillar's not a bat. Or FedEx, I don't think it's a... I mean, again, people have so many definitions. I just like the M. Right? But again, there's people who say like the diamonds, and there's all sorts of like different ways of describing it. I just like to keep it simple. It's an M. It's a rolling M. The big M, the golden arches on FedEx. Da-da-da-da-da. And then it gets oversold, and then it rallies. And then it'll get oversold, and then it'll rally. And again, this is what's amazing about it. You can literally turn a trend into like 10x if you trade around it potentially. All you need is a fucking stock moving in a direction that you want it to go. But people just can't do it. They just, oh, that's good. Drop 10 points, I'm out. All right, it's dropped a ton, I'm out. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, that's things you expect, right? And I mean, and here, a good call on those sell names, because if the sell names aren't doing well, is Apple going to sell a lot of phones? Question mark. Hashtag, what the hell, man? Something doesn't make sense here. Hope that helps. Oh, trading. Oh, trading. If it was only just so easy. Is Apple going to be the last to fall? I mean, maybe. Again, I just don't want to like put narratives in my own head. I just look at this and I go, this doesn't look good. I know sales are slowing. All week this thing has been down. It's just not acting as well. Now again, could it rally? Again, that's why I don't want to sit here and go, oh, like it's going to be the last to fall because it's so strong. Well, what if it's just not strong this week? I don't know. I don't want to like plant in my head that it's going to be the last to go. What if it actually leads? I've seen that. Just don't know. Again, be careful with your own narratives. Like, have no narrative. Be like, I know sales suck. This is a downtrend. Short pops. Bigger the pop, more you short it. Trade around your position. It's so simple. And this is what you can apply to every trade. This is where I try to explain to people. Yeah, shorting the channel high was the absolute opportunity if you get it. I don't like narratives. And the problem with narratives is that you believe them versus just believe in your stops, believe in your plan, believe in your discipline. I don't need a narrative. I don't want narratives. I don't like narratives because, again, fundamentals, all this bullshit, it convinces you of a position versus just trade around it. It convinces you that something has to happen. And I'm telling you, once you start thinking something has to happen, the market, everybody's probably thinking the same thing. And that's when the market goes, gotcha, bitch. So why have narratives? Trade the evidence. The only narratives I'm trying to refer to is like, hey, be careful buying, shorting, oil, gas, materials stuff because you're going to struggle with what the news is coming. And if war comes up, if war doesn't come, recession. I don't know why I even want to play in those names. Again, if you traded them, great. But don't get comfortable. Like, they're literally the names that you need to be the most mentally flexible on. Ooh, look at that. Op-Eps pop. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns? Here for you guys. Love you guys. Good question, Scott. I don't mind you taking over the chat if you're the only one who has questions. Yeah, again, looking at lows and all stuff. I traded those names. I just know that there's also trade war potential. And I don't know if American retailers are going to be the best that are going to get affected by trade war stuff. This, again, could be wrong. Man, look at Arrow. Gentle women too. Look at that. We said don't buy it. Leave it alone. It's like copper. Again, I think there's not a lot of people. I think a lot of people listen and don't have questions. They're like, all right, cool. He's confirming what I was thinking. Look for pops is short. Look for, the bullshit narratives. Look for the chop. Trade around your positions. Hey, Dan said this in the Discord room. Watch, you might want to take some profits on Apple this morning. It is OPEX. If you want to short it on pops, go right ahead. How much will it pop? That's where you just trade around your position. If you're all out of Apple, you're probably going to regret that. But maybe you get lucky. I'm not. Definitely took 50% off. And then I rolled it into Fratapillar and some FredX at the high, popping. Added a little back when it got up to the 50-day, but went a little higher. I was like, okay, trading around it. Putting money in my pocket. It's all that matters. Can't go broke with profits. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. It sounds like people are good, which that makes me happy. Excuse me. That makes me very happy. All right, well, hit me up if you know where to find me. Not like I'm hiding. Again, I apologize. Some of the nightly recaps, if you knew what was going on in my life, you're like, yeah, Dan, take a break mentally. Yeah, of course, Scott. And I appreciate you asking questions. Even if you feel like you may have taken over the chat. Hey, you got stuff to say, dude? I'm here, man. We don't have to agree on everything, but I'll give you my opinion. You can have yours. We can make fun of each other. You can say, hey, Dan, you were wrong about this. And I can go, hey, you were wrong about that. And whatever. It doesn't matter. It's respect. So, all right. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night. Well, actually, I'll see you. I'll be doing the recording shortly. Peace.